it do, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Rochelle here. I'm super excited to be back with you guys. I actually have missed talking to you guys face to face, and I'm back with a new video, and I'm going to teach you guys today exactly how to meal prep like a pro for all body types. So stay tuned. She said, take your time, let's do that. I said, baby, I'm a dog, let's get into this video. If you guys have been watching my previous posts, or if you guys have me on Snapchat, Instagram, you guys will have seen that I have dropped 50 pounds since the beginning of my journey, and I have used exactly this method to do it, which is calculating my macronutrients and meal prepping. Meal prepping has been the biggest help to me on this journey, and I'm going to teach you guys today exactly how to do it like a pro. Also, if you are wondering if I have been on any type of diet or have been restrictive in my diet, not at all. I literally have not stopped eating the things that I love. I actually eat more of the things that I love, but the only difference now is that I control my foods. I know exactly what is going into my body. I am the one cooking it. I know exactly how much calories I am inputting versus outputting. So that is the difference. I do not restrict. I do not diet. I just have a healthier relationship with food. The most dangerous thing that you can do is actually put yourself on a restrictive diet. Putting yourself on a restrictive diet is actually going to lead you to binge later. You actually want and miss the foods that you used to enjoy. Your diet's going to get boring. You're going to go right back into the bad habits. You need to be able to know, okay, I can still, let's say, go out and eat, or I can still have a burrito, let's say, but I can make a burrito in a healthier way. I can, let's say, have fries and a burger, but I can make fries and a burger in a healthier way. Now, there are so many angles that this can be approached, but you must remember that we are all different. We like different foods. We have different preferences. So ultimately, you have to pair foods together that you like and you are able to consume on a regular basis. So the first thing we're going to consider, because there's always something first that we're going to consider in my videos, right? The first thing we're going to consider are your macronutrients. I did make a macronutrients calculator in another video of mine. If you have not watched that video, I urge you to watch the video because I teach you how to calculate them there, okay? Then this is how we are going to find our calorie goal. Let me tell you a quick story. At the beginning of my journey, I put myself at a 1,500 calorie target goal, and that is what enabled me to lose the weight. I've been eating 15 to 1,800 calories, but I found myself having low energy. And that is because my body has dropped weight, my body has built muscle, and now my body has been burning more calories at rest. So recently, I recalculated my macronutrients. And guess what, guys? I am now able to eat 1,900 calories to 2,300 calories. My maintenance calories is 2,300 calories. I can safely eat that and stay at this weight. So now I have put myself at around 1,900 calories to 2,000 calories. Okay. That is why it is so important to calculate your macronutrients, to know the calorie goal, the energy goal that you are targeting. Now, you will not reach your goals safely and sustainably if you neglect your macronutrients. And I say this because of the negative notion that people have against carbohydrates. If they were not important, they would not be a part of the macronutrients, okay? They are an important energy source for your body, for you to perform well in the gym. So you guys make sure that you pay attention to each category: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. It's so crazy. Before I continue on with this video, I went out to a wedding. One of my friends got married. Big up yourself, Tashana. Okay, period. And I went out and one of my friends said, well, Antoinette, she eats so much, right? Like, oh my God, right? And it's like, no, you think I eat so much.
You serious?
But the thing is, I know what is on my plate. Like, I prepared my plate, and what I see on my plate is protein, carbs, and fats. I know how much protein I'm consuming, how much calories. I can look at something and say, this is 200 calories. I can look at my carb source and say, this is 250. I can look at my fats and say, this is 150. I know that I'm consuming roughly 5 to 600 calories here. That is how I see food. Now, when I see other people and we're out and they're making dinner plates or you're at a restaurant, they are not controlling their portion sizes. And that is the problem. You can eat, guys. Do not think that eating is a bad thing. You can eat, but just within your calorie goal. And before I went to the function, I made sure that I left room to eat. So before I went to the function, I still had 900 calories to consume. So joke's on them. When people say things, right, and don't understand how nutrition works. And so to continue, just because, let's say, you have bananas, you have quinoa, you have avocado, just because you are eating what is considered healthy foods, you could still be eating too much of what is considered to be healthy foods. So people will be like, oh my God, I've been eating healthily. I don't understand why I'm still seeing no results or I'm still putting on weight. That is because those healthy foods are more nutritious for your body, but they still have energy. They still have a calorie count on them. So it's like, okay, how much quinoa are you eating? How much avocado are you eating? If your calorie goal is, let's say, like mine, 1900, and you are eating in a surplus, you're not going to see results. If you're working out in the gym or physically active and trying to actively lose weight or body recomp, but you're eating in a surplus, you're going against yourself. Okay. So I recently watched this video from a doctor that I follow. I'm actually going to link the video down below. I think it can really help you guys, but most people enjoy a 3-meal frequency. I know for myself personally, I like to have 3 meals and 1 snack. That is when I feel the most full, the most energetic. And this doctor said it the best. The first meal should be for performance. Your second meal should be for enjoyment. And your third meal should be for sustainability. So my performance meal would be like my pre-workout meal. My second meal would be like my enjoyment meal for after the gym, where I am replenishing my muscles from all the energy that I have burnt out. And for my last meal, which is my dinner meal, it's just my sustainability meal. I make sure that I eat at least 3 hours before bedtime. My cutoff time for eating is around 7 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. And my bedtime is normally around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I make sure that like I'm done eating at that time. And sustainability meal would just be like something like, I'm going to bed. I'm not going to be really eating. So I'm going to be winding down. So it won't be as heavy. Try to have your heavier meals earlier on in the day versus in the night. Your meal selection should kind of be on a decline in terms of how heavy they are, because as the day progresses, your digestion slows down, especially when your body is going into rest mode. So I'm going to break up my 1900 calories into 3 meals and a snack. So my 1900 calories across the 3 meals are going to be 550 each, and my pre-workout snack is going to be 250 calories before I head to the gym. I actually moved away from fasted workouts, and I'm so glad that I did that, but that's going to be an entire different video. But now I allow myself to eat 250 calories before I go to the gym, and then have my 553 meals throughout the course of the rest of the day. And now we are jumping into meal preps. Okay, so meal prepping, you need to start with a plan. After every meal prep that I do, like after the first week, like say I'm done this week meal prep, now I'm starting to plan my next week meal prep so that when this week's meal runs out, I know exactly what 3 meals that I'm making for my next meal prep. So always have a plan for yourself. He who has no vision is lost. So now, how do we start doing this? So for each category for your proteins, your carbohydrates, and your fats. You need to be choosing the lowest calorie dense food so that you feel full, but for low overall calories. So let's start with protein. So let's make a list of some low calorie, high density sources of protein. So now let's look at some sources of carbohydrates. Again, we're going to look at the lower calorie options and the higher density. Okay, so keep in mind that vegetables are carbs as well. That's crazy because people don't really think that, but vegetables also are considered carbs. So for me, I try to consume more of my carbs from veggie sources. Yes, I will have my rice. Yes, I will have my quinoa. Yes, I will have my potatoes and all that good stuff, but I will literally divide it in half and have my vegetables along with the complex carbs like my rice and etc. But I'll have more broccoli, I'll have more asparagus, I'll have more carrots instead of the complex carbs. And when you do this, this is also a hack too. This is also called volume eating. You can eat way more vegetables than, let's say, rice for lower calories, and eating more obviously will make you feel full. If you look at 1 cup of broccoli, I'm not sure exactly how much calories it equates to at this moment, but it's very, very low compared to 1 cup of rice. Now, let's look at some carbohydrates options. Remember, carbohydrates is what your body uses as a source of energy. So, do not shy away from this. Let's dive in to the healthier versions of it. For the last macronutrient category, which is going to be our fat category, which is something that scares people also because, hearing the term fat may be like, oh my God, it's a bad thing. But no, it's a wonderful thing. We have bad fats and we have healthy fats. But keep in mind, in this category, you're going to have to tread a little bit more lightly because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So the calories add up much quicker, way faster than 1 gram of carbohydrates that equals to 4 calories, and 1 gram of protein that equals to 4 calories as well. Okay, so be careful with the fat category. We look at our list, you're going to see that, for example, people use avocado oil as a more healthier source of cooking, okay? And avocado oil is a great source of a healthy fat. But if you look at how much calories it is at the back, okay? And when we are cooking, we pour oil into the pot, right? And yeah, you can use this as a healthy fat option, but because the calories add up so quickly, the amount of oil that you put in the pan really determines how much calories you're consuming as well. So if you're like pouring oil into your pot, like you could literally be pouring a cute 400 calories into your pot before you even start cooking. So that's why I opted out for oils that actually have calories to oils that are 0 calories. And there are options of avocado oil that are 0 calories. Okay, guys? So really pay attention to this. So let's go through all of the steps that it takes to effectively make your meal prep. So, step 1, calculate your macronutrients. I made a video. The link is down below. I teach you how to do them there. Please review it if you have not done it already. Step 2, make a plan. Okay, guys? Pick a protein, pick a carbohydrate, and pick a fat for each meal. Keep in mind that you have to be aware of how much each food item, how much it equates to in calories, okay? You want to make sure that you're keeping your calorie goal in check. For instance, if I'm making my first meal, I'm going to make sure that everything that I pick, my protein, my carb, my fats, equates to 550 for that meal. I'm the type of person when I'm doing it, like let's say on Monday, I say, okay, I'm going to make my 3 meals. Okay, I'll show you an example. I'm going to make my 3 meals. I can make 3 meals one day and it lasts for 7 days. I can have it. Sometimes I freeze the food food and I forget about it, and I have meals for 10 days, and I don't gotta cook for 10 days. I got 3 meals a day for 10 days. That's how I operate. But I really enjoy my cooking. I like how I cook. I like the taste of my food. I don't get tired of it, but I stick to low calorie, dense foods. And ain't no way after I spent my money on grocery am I going outside to buy no fruit from nowhere, okay? Because the prices nowadays are not making me happy. Okay. So I prefer to make sure that I have my food, because food outside is not giving very much reasonable. Okay. So I love that. Like, I don't even have to worry about food. It makes me go about my day much more easier, much more smoother, full of energy, full of life. Step 3, divide your macronutrients across the meals, 3 meals. So for example, for me, like I said, I like to have 3 meals in a snack. So 550 meal number 1, 550 meal number 2, 550 meal number 3, and my pre-workout snack will be 250 calories. Think about it like that. Another tip that I can give you is make sure that you have veggies, a veggie source for every meal. Something green, something colorful. Make sure you have a veggie source for every meal. Try to minimize the complex carbs and have more of the vegetables. That is a huge tip to manage calories as well. Another tip, make sure that your selections are simple ingredients and your dishes are very simple. The more simple your dish selection is, the less calories it'll take to prepare it overall. Step 4, do not deprive yourself. Make sure that you are choosing meals that are going to make you feel full and satisfied. And honestly, for me, I add like a little sweet treat in my bag, especially around the time of my monthly, because I am a sweet treat girl. And like, if I don't get that sweet treat, like, I will burn the house down. So I will literally like include like a little one Hershey kiss. I'm not kidding, like in my lunch bag, because that helps me not binge or feel like, oh, I need to fulfill this craving that I always have around my monthly. Like, whatever you go through or whatever you need to feel satisfied, satisfy yourself and satisfy your cravings. Do not deprive, because you will end up binging, but be mindful of the calories. That's the thing. Okay. What I've been eating lately is a Drizzlicious. I don't know if you guys have had that, but it's sweet, and it's like you can have like 15 or is it like 15 or 30 of them for like 60 calories? It's great. It's amazing. And it satisfies my sweet tooth. So to end this video, in my opinion, it is extremely important to start this journey off by weighing your calories, okay? Weighing your food to know exactly what you're putting inside your body. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like, I have weighed my food so much so that I can look at something and see like, yo, this is 200 calories. I can eat this. I can still be well within my caloric intake. Like, I know how to manipulate food when I go out and when I'm at home. Sometimes I still do weigh just to keep my mind fresh to the things that I'm seeing outside and stuff like that, to make sure that I'm on the ball with it. So I really recommend you guys to start scaling your food and getting used to it. I know it's annoying, but after you get used to it, it just becomes a part of you. It's like, changing underwear or something like that, or changing your shirt or having a shower. It's just like you want to have the healthy habit, so it just sticks with you. I will be showing you guys how to do this very, very soon, I promise. But yes, I really do believe that this is what has helped me on my journey thus far. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this helped you a lot. Again, I'm always here for questions, comments, or concerns. DM me, make a comment and stuff like that below. And for me right now, where I'm at in my fitness, like, I just want to maintain right now and like just switch out a little bit more fat for some more muscle. I'm really happy with my weight. I want to be able to bounce between like 145 and like 155. That's the range that I want to be. So I'm in a place where I'm just maintaining right now and swapping out some more fat for some muscle and just continuing to body recomp. So on that note, everyone, let me leave you guys with this. Remember that preparation conquers fear. Trial and error exposes exactly what you need to do in order to have a successful fitness journey. So I hope this video helped you guys. Until next time, y'all, peace and love, y'all. Rochelle, out.